Hello YouTube and welcome to lesson 29 of the Autodesk Maya 2017 training series. So today we're going to look at how to control the depth of field using the cameras in our Maya. So now what I'm going to do is just create a base like always, and I'm going to create some spheres this time. So just bring up the spheres just like this, press Shift D and drag it onto the side. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to control its depth of field. So let's say I want this sphere as clear one and the other one I just want it flat. Let's just create a boxes for a reference point as well. So I'm going to create a camera. So I'm going to create a normal camera right here. I'm just going to create the camera right here. And I'm going to go to panels perspective and select camera 1 so that I can view through the camera itself. So inside the camera what I can also do is I can turn on the film gate, so you can see that now I see through a certain film gate, and this is the area which is going to be rendered out. So on the camera you can see that there's camera. I can also change it to camera aim and up and so forth. So I can increase and decrease the angle as well, just like I can change the length. I can increase and decrease the focal length as well. That's like zoom in my camera. And I can increase the camera scale to 2 if I want a bigger camera. So this is acting like a bigger camera now. About the near clip plane and the far clip plane, right now is 0. So if I were to change this to something like, let's say 200, then nothing actually is seen over there. Let me just do 100. Let me just do 10 for now. Alright, so everything it renders is 10 blocks away. So let's do 20 and you might see the difference. So everything that is 20 blocks away is rendered and the others is not rendered and the others are rendered. So let's say if I want to render from 20 to 40, then it only renders this part. So if I were to zoom out, you can see that only certain part of the objects are rendered. So this is what it is used for. So now what I can do is let's do default, so 0.1 itself. 0.1, so it renders infinite, and 10,000, which is its default value. So if I don't see something from far behind, then I just increase the value and you can see this. So you have film gate as well. So now if you were to select these, so it acts like the lenses that you have. So if I were to select something like 35mm, then it looks like an academic camera. So now over here, in order to control the aperture, you can control the aperture. And the feature that I'm interested in here is depth of field. So inside of depth of field, if you turn this on, then you can see some blurriness over there. So I can increase the f-stop and decrease the f-stop. If you know how to use an SLR camera, then you might be familiar with f-stops. So I can also change the focus distance. So last time we focused on 20. So if we were to do 20, then this area is a bit in focus compared to others. So if I were to, let's say 30, then this area comes into focus. 40, this area comes into focus. So let's do a 35 and let's see if I can get one of the edges to be very clear. So let's do 20, 25 over here. So let's do 25. I can do 30 or I can do 27 over here, and you can see that this area is much more focused than before. I can also add in a keyframe to this, so don't forget that you can actually animate this. So I can increase the f-stop or decrease the f-stop to increase and decrease the level of the clearness, and so increase to actually clear the blurriness level. So if I were to decrease, it acts like a small f-stop. So focus region scale, I can increase or decrease that as well. So if I were to select 2, then more area is actually focused around here. So this area is more focused than the rest. So if I were to zoom this in really close, so you can see that certain part is focused and the others are not. So if I were to do 20, then this is focused, so you can see this. So if I were to do 10 maybe, so if I were to do 10, then this area is focused and the others are blurred out. So this is how you control the depth of field inside of Maya, so you can create a really awesome effect as you can see over there. So I can increase and decrease the depth of field. So let's do a 12, all right, 13, so I have to be a bit precise for this, 14, and you can see that this area is now focused. So this is how you control depth of field inside of Maya, and as you can see that it creates a very interesting effect over there. And hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share and subscribe.